All right, everyone. Welcome to Tumalip, the podcast, episode number 10 for the month. We tried to do one from Senior Ditch Day. What ended up happening was three things. Number one was mayhem. Number two was mayhem. And number three was mayhem. So my first attempt went really bad. You'll see how I'm drinking and eating at the same time, and that didn't really work. The second attempt, we almost got there, but I lost my train of thought. And then the third try and the fourth try was just mayhem, and I just decided to do that instead because what goes better with Senior Day than with mayhem from teenagers that have their problems and are releasing it through anger? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all enjoy it.
To the court with Archidiakono. 3 seconds at midcourt. Jenkins gives it to Jenkins for the championship. Champions with Jenkins hitting the winner at the buzzer.
Oh my lord, it's mayhem in here. Welcome to the podcast, episode number 10. The madness is continuing and it's fast and furious. What the heck just happened? I do not want to know what just happened, honestly. We started with that Chris Jenkins buzzer beater for a reason. That might have been the all-time greatest finish we've ever seen in the history of the national championship game, and we actually had that clip played out for you. So we're glad we played it because you know why? Because it's that time again, playoffs time. Hockey playoffs are beginning. Tristan trying to throw something at me here. Trick. I mean, everything in the mayhem. And the mayhem is continuing. And obviously, a lot of people are going to get hurt today. Erica, did you need something or?
Oh, can you just make sure no balls pass over here?
Yep, can. See how the mayhem's continuing here. Anyways, so far it's been absolutely nothing but mayhem. And balls are flying around everywhere. I'm trying not to get hit by them. And so that's been the order of the afternoon, I guess. So, again, where was I? I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, we were at the Jenkins buzzer beater. Probably one of the greatest buzzer beaters we ever seen in the national championship. Probably one of the best title games we've seen of all time. And I think this will go down as no doubt one of the greatest NCAA tournaments in history. Anyways, though, before we get started with all the talking, it's time for something we call the opening rant.
It's time for today's opening rant.
So the opening rant this month is about the NCAA tournament. Not about the teams involved, not about the seedings, not about the players, not about the rankings, but the whole tournament as itself. It's hard to believe we started back on March 17th with 68 teams, all with one common goal of winning a national championship. And look where we are now. We have one team left standing, one team that didn't even anybody give a rip to think about to win the national championship. In fact, a pick that many people wanted to lose their first game so that they wouldn't advance past the first round. Well, they proved everybody wrong by not only advancing past the first game, they also went to the national championship game as well. So, I can't even keep a straight face right now because there's a lot of these. You know what? Let's not do an opening rant for this month and let's just focus on the seniors themselves. So if I can describe to you where I am right now, there is music blasting from the boom speakers over there. I'm walking over towards this end because I don't want to get in the way and I don't want to get hit, first of all. And it's pretty much mayhem. I mean, there's balls flying around everywhere. You got balls flying around everywhere. You got people running all over the place. Kids getting hit everywhere. People sitting in here everywhere. There's people sitting, running, jumping, crashing into things. What the heck is going on? It's like a whole animal kingdom turned loose in here. And there are things getting thrown at people. So, as I pass into this thing, there is nothing within a quarter century that will come close to what's happened here. This could be like a world war on ice right here. No, you know what? Let's get back to that rant. who cares about Syracuse? Who cares about Tulsa not being in? Who cares about Michigan being in? I mean, I'm defending Michigan. I mean, Michigan absolutely deserved to be in. Tulsa, man, not so much. As a ball comes over to me and it bounces out of here, I'm going to go grab it. So, I mean, I don't care about what you think about Tulsa. I don't care what you think about, Michigan or anything. Just be happy we had a great tournament. All right? Just be happy we had a great tournament. I mean, we had one of the greatest championships in title game history. I mean, who's going to forget that Chris Jenkins buzzer beater? That Marcus Page 3. I mean, there isn't anything within a quarter century that can come close to this tournament. And I mean, you look at it from the wide side, when Villanova beat Georgetown in a 1985 tournament final 31 years ago, I mean, nobody expected them to be there. Did anyone expect Nova to be in the Final Four this year? Probably not. National championship? Probably not. So we should all be thankful that someone actually shut up the critics for once. And by the way, Chris Chase, one of the greatest analysts, I think, for Fox Sports and college basketball, publicly took to Twitter to say that Syracuse did not deserve to be in the tournament. Who cares? Who cares? I mean, I couldn't give a rip what Chris Chase says. I mean, who is Chris Chase anyway? I mean, I don't know who the heck the guy is. So, with that said, anyway, let's just all be thankful we had a great NCAA tournament, and now we can finally get back to what's going on. That's the opening rant for this month, and the mayhem is continuing inside this place. We're at Our Lady of Kayal on the Waianae Coast, and as the music continues to blast in here, I'm going to walk away from that. So if I can describe to you where we are right now, we're in a kind of a hut right here, and we got lights hanging around all over the place. There's a television over in the corner. I don't know what the heck that is over in the corner. Besides the television, the boom boxes are in the left corner. They are. I'm facing the outer part of the hut, which has this large square opening in front of it, and there's people on a black stage set sitting right there. I'm stumbling over words because there's balls coming over toward me, and I don't want to get hit. And then out towards this side, there's a black car sitting outside for I don't know what the heck. And as all gets out, and ball went outside. And the ball went outside, so I had to go grab the thing. Crazy. And the ball went outside, crazy. Excuse me for one moment. Hey, I got this right here. Jeez, where were we? Where was I? Oh yes. The mayhem continues. The balls are flying all over the place. Or I don't know what. Jesus, Lord. There are people scattered literally all over the place from where I am standing right now. I am literally standing under one of the 3 big lamps under here. There's a chair right in front of me, and then there's balls flying all over the place here inside the hut. I mean, what in the heck is going on? Oh, Jesus, Lord! And someone just got nailed! That's why I didn't want to stand in front in the first place. And then there's more balls flying all over the place. Oh, God! Absolute mayhem in here. Oh, good grief. I can't even keep a straight face right now. This is terrible. Violence is continuing all over this dang creation. I don't know what the heck is going on. And I don't even want to know what they're watching on the television over there. But the mayhem is continuing. It's crazy. There are balls flying, people landing, getting hit everywhere. I mean, but I can't describe it perfectly in here. It's not going to do it justice to what's going on in here. Anyway, Mr. Walker just got hit. Anyway, what the heck is going on this month? The Stanley Cup playoffs just started, and I'm excited, but the Rangers are not doing so good right now. Jesus. And people are getting still hit. One person just got hit by the Nads, and then someone else just came in. Oh my goodness, it's madness. I think we're all gonna I think we're all going to get a little bit of cooking this month. Good grief. Everyone is coming up and coming back and coming back down and going in front and going back behind and going ahead again. And I can't even tell where everybody's going right now. Where was I? The Stanley Cup playoffs are beginning this month. Also, the NBA playoffs are starting this month. The Golden State Warriors are 73-9. They broke the record. Who the hell cares? Doesn't matter unless you win a title, in my opinion. So, I think as somebody just got hit again, and there are things going on right now. Heads going everywhere, flying everywhere. Not literal heads, but ball going everywhere. And what the heck is going on? I can't even tell. I can't even tell what in the world's going on. I mean, I didn't know what was going on in the first place, and now there's balls flying all over the place again. But fortunately, I can't tell you what's going on anymore. I mean, in the meantime, besides all this, the Stanley Cup playoffs started, and of course, I love the thrill of overtime goals. There's nothing like overtime goals in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I mean, 20 minutes, the rules are simple for overtime. 20 minutes, 5-on-5, first one to score wins. And we actually needed double overtime when we released this on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, whenever it is. The last Thursday, there was a double overtime game between Chicago and St. Louis. Chicago won that one 4-3. And I can't believe, the skill these guys have, the stamina they have. You have to be mentally tough to win a game like this in the playoffs. And I think that really encapsulates what we actually had to go through. I mean, if you're a fan of those teams, and you go through stress, and that's given already. And I think that really is a given, as far as I'm concerned, right now. As the mayhem continues in here, I can't even formulate thoughts right now. This is so maddening. I can't even figure it out. Tristan's trying to talk. I mean, Tristan, where's this going right now? I mean, everyone's going like mayhem. I mean, Tristan, what's going on? It's like mayhem. Tristan, what's going on? It's like mayhem in here. I mean, this is crazy. Whoa! A ball just hit the cam. A ball just hit Josh, and it just hit my recorder. This is mayhem. Everything's going all over the place. So, and I want to say right now that there's nothing going on, but the mayhem is just too great for me right now, and we're really having trouble staying up here. Throughout the day, let me describe what's been happening. Throughout the day, we've gone swimming, and that was pretty much mayhem from the start. And then we had some really mayhem moments in the last couple of hours here when we were inside, and now we're having tips. There are balls flying, there are volleyballs everywhere, there are small balls being thrown everywhere. I'm going to go outside and avoid this because there's just too much inside right now. And look who's here, my guest, Lee Young, for this one. We're just finishing up this. We thought that other events like this were going to be mayhem, but this is on a whole different level.
Yeah, it's really fun though, having lots of fun.
But being, of course, a senior, this kind of does take away a bit because this is just basically a day where we're having fun, right?
Yes, very much. After all the stress of senior project, finally being able to do our group papers and then now just relaxing this whole week, it was like icing on a cake with sprinkles with a cherry on top.
With whipped cream too, I bet. Yes. But
had some hot fudge.
But we do know. But of course, the cold reality of it is, we don't know what's coming next week, right? Because that's the most uncertain thing. Because even though we're taking today off, Monday is gonna be hard, right?
Yep, definitely. Are you gonna go down to the pool?
I was gonna go down, but actually, one more thing. So, this is the last thing we get together before we graduate. Saturday, tomorrow's senior luau, and is there anything like you regret actually coming into this school year?
In the school year?
Yeah.
No, I think it's been really good this year. Like I've became friends with enemies that I had, but now we're all really good.
All right, thanks, Lee. That was Lee, and now I got another one. Look at this. Kylie's joining us.
Hi.
So Kylie, Kylie, the mayhem in here, I mean, does it really compare to what happens in homeroom every single day, or is it on a different level than this?
You should see Walker's homeroom. It's chaos.
But does it really compare to what's going on here? I mean, we had balls flying everywhere, people jumping all over each other.
No, today's great, Alex.
Jesus Lord. But, so, my question to you is, with all the uncertainties coming up, project presentations and everything, is there anything we actually regret before the end of the school year?
I don't regret much because I'm here today with all my friends, people I wasn't friends with before, and people that I lost contact with that I'm back with now, so I'm happy with where we are.
All right, thanks, Kylie.
Okay, bye, Alex.
I mean, that's leering from it themselves. I mean, knowing that people are doing this and that mayhem is going on everywhere, I mean, it's just another testament to what the heck goes on here at St. Francis. As we do so this month, time to update on what's going on next month. Next month will probably be the last podcast because I don't know what's going to happen after this month, as more balls are being thrown everywhere and then more stuff is happening. Apologies if this has been a shorter podcast. Dearest apologies that this has been a shorter podcast than expected this month because of all the mayhem that's going on. I couldn't formulate thoughts into my words, or words into my thoughts, or whatever the heck it was. And I'll forget it. I'm just going to join the mayhem. We'll see you next month.